2111 Louisville Avenue in Monroe has been the site of 3 different used car dealerships over the years. Some people I spoke to say the constant changes might have something to do with the practices of a man involved in all 3 businesses.
And me and my wife, we just here for the kids, trying to make sure everything's straight.
Roosevelt Norman considers himself a family man. He and his wife, Coretta McMillan, do what they can for their 2 children.
I have a 17-year-old daughter, 5-year-old son. They're in school right now.
In February of 2016, Norman and McMillan traded in their 2005 Kia Sorento and bought a used 2011 Dodge Avenger from European Services in Monroe, where KARD Solutions now stands. But the troubles started right away.
We had it about 2 days. It ran hot.
What began as overheating issues led to multiple returns to European Services and culminated in ugly fashion less than a month later.
They took the car from us and never gave our money back or our trade-in or nothing.
Norman says European Services' Ali Mogimi was upset the couple hadn't completed payment for the car because of the constant issues, so he kept it. The $2,500 Norman and McMillan had paid and the Sorento they'd traded in.
When I took the car back like the 3rd time, he just told us we didn't do what he said. To get off his property, we lost everything.
Over 2 years later, they still haven't gotten back any of it, despite multiple court rulings in their favor.
We've been to court. We won twice. We won the first time, and then on appeal, we won on appeal.
In May of 2017, European Services and Ali Mogimi were ordered to pay $28,505.28 to the couple. And they're still waiting on it, in part thanks to a tactic their lawyer says Mogimi utilizes.
Every time there's a judgment against him, essentially changes the name of the company. Same officer, same location, same business.
Sure enough, European Services became KARD Solutions in December of 2016, a week before Norman and McMillan's trial began against the all of the sudden non-existent company.
The corporation has a different status from an individual, so that once that corporation is defunct, there are no assets there to get the payment for the judgment.
And that wasn't the first time a new dealership has popped up at the address. Autos 4U sat on the same lot in the mid-2000s before European Services. For all 3 businesses, Mogimi can still be found listed as either a manager, officer, or treasurer on the Secretary of State's site.
The one name that is constant is Mohini.
The reason for the regular changes could be because the issues Norman and McMillan faced aren't all too uncommon. From 2002 to 2016, Autos 4U and European Services were involved in over a dozen legal battles. Common issues include customers claiming they've been sold cars with bad parts and financial disputes over the company keeping money customers felt should be refunded. And in nearly every case we found on record, Mogimi represents the company in court.
Well, I went by KARD Solutions to talk to Ali Mogimi about all of these claims. Initially, we met briefly off camera. He told me he couldn't talk about any sales from a previous business, but we did agree to do an interview 2 days later. And when I came back for that interview, I was told that Mogimi would not be available to speak.
I can't control what Mr. Mogimi does, and I can't control when he is going to be here.
Chad McElwee, the general manager at KARD Solutions, did speak with us on camera. He says he joined the company in 2017 after it had replaced European Services at 2111 Louisville Avenue. McElwee swears all the alleged issues from the previous dealerships at that address are a thing of the past.
Well, no, that was a separate company from this. We're not the same people that happened before we were here. So, I mean, we take very seriously claims like that.
He blames the earlier lawsuits on an employee who's no longer part of the company.
It was a different company then. I mean, everything has changed.
Everything's changed? Well, Mr. Mogimi is still here.
Well, he's a stockholder.
He's a stockholder? Well,
right.
You represented them in court every time.
Okay, well.
Does that worry you at all as a general manager?
No, I'm pretty much in control of what happens here now, and that's what I focus on. I don't concern myself with what company was here before.
McElwee says any pending legal issues involving Mogimi don't concern him.
So you're saying that when Mr. Mogimi's business was ordered to pay $28,000 and they didn't do that and then you changed the business, that's got nothing to do with this business now?
That has absolutely nothing to do with this business.
Now, he asserts KARD Solutions' focus is entirely on the customer.
Just as any company, we want happy people that come back. We want to take care of the people that we have so we can have future business.
We just steady going with it, hopefully some will fall through.
For Norman, his sights remain set on one thing, what he sees as justice.
And he took everything we had, and I thought it would have been over after the first time, but just hang in there if you can, but don't give up on it, because I ain't.
And one thing he's taken away from the whole ordeal and can pass on to anyone looking to buy a used car, do your research.
Just make sure you check it out.